day, my Dolphin fans. Welcome in again to Phins Football Podcast. I'm B. Trill. I believe we are on episode 4 now. I want to tune in again on my lunch break. I got 15, 20 minutes. We'll see how much we can squeeze in. But I want to give my quick updates and predictions for the Bills game. Rival game, big game coming up in a couple days. Thursday night, prime time, 8:15 is kickoff. It is in Miami, so it looks like right now we are the favorites. I've been checking a lot of different betting apps. It's pretty close. I see 1.5. I see half. I see 2 points. Spread is very close. Miami is the favorite, I think, just because we're home. It is September. I know it's a night game, but we're gonna try to use some of the heat. It's a lot warmer in Miami than it is here in Western New York. But yeah, definitely, I think Miami has the possibility, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So again, the spread right now is 1.5. I've seen up to 2. Right now, the money line for Miami is negative 120. For Buffalo, it's a plus 102. So again, those spreads very, very close. Right now, I see the over/under being around 48.5, 49. I say that's realistic. We both scored around that many points. I would say maybe taking the over with that. But first thing I want to do is, before we break down the game, before I give you my winner, I actually want to go ahead and go over some of these injuries. So I'm not sure if everyone's been watching, everyone's been hearing. We're taking some hits right now in the injury department, mostly in our running back room. So as of right now, I do see Raheem Mostert. He's nursing an injury, as well as we do have Devon Achane. He is also nursing an injury. Mostert right now, I'm hearing it is his AC joint. I saw the replay. It didn't look good. He did play a couple more snaps afterwards, but I think at that time we just need to put him on rest. He wasn't being as productive as normal. Right now, as I'm looking up at Tyreek Hill video, well, I'll get into that soon as well. But yeah, our running back room right now, Achane, he is nursing a ankle injury. Raheem Mostert, he did go down. 3 players actually tackled Raheem at the same time, and he landed on his shoulder wrong. They both did not participate in practice today. So, of course, nursing injuries, short week. We don't want to push them to the limit. I do hope Wednesday, tomorrow, hopefully they do practice and get ready for Thursday. If not, it may be a game time decision. With that, Jalen Wright. It might be Jalen Wright time. So we, of course, have Jeff Wilson Jr. We have Jalen Wright, who was inactive last week. So if Mostert or Achane or both, hopefully not either, but if they both cannot go, we'll see a healthy dose of Jeff Wilson. We'll see... Again, like I said, we'll actually might even dig in and see if we'll bring in Anthony McFarland, I believe it was, who we picked up tail end of training camp and preseason just to be a body. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Chris Brooks. I don't think... Was he claimed? Did someone pick him up? If not, maybe we'll bring Chris Brooks back. But having 3 heavier backs, probably not Chris Brooks. More maybe an Anthony McFarland just to have that change of pace. If our speed backs, Raheem Mostert and Achane, could not go. So again, that will probably be a healthy dose of Jeff Wilson Jr. and our rookie, Jalen Wright. Maybe see him for the first time. So, of course, with the bad, we got to take the good. We got to see what is the best in everything. With that, of course, other injuries, I can pull everything up. I mean, they are on both sides. So, Bills are dealing with a healthy dose as well as Miami's dealing with a healthy dose. Some other injuries I see is Malik Washington, again, our other rookie, he doesn't seem to be practicing just yet. He might not be a go. Of course, with Odell Beckham Jr. on the pup, he's still not a go. But I mean, we're trying to get healthy. I did see Liam Eichenberg was on the report. Let me just get back there. Let's see. Liam Eichenberg, he's limited with a shoulder injury. Malik Washington, he's still dealing with that quadricep injury. As far as Jalen Phillips was actually limited today, which, of course, we hope no issues, but it might just be some rest with the short week. Jalen Ramsey, same thing, limited. He says hamstring. He's been dealing with that hamstring. It was a game time decision. He didn't play all the snaps because of that hamstring. And then David Long Jr., he's listed as a finger injury, but it says full. I'm not sure if that happened mid-game, but it looks like he is good to go. So our injuries, the biggest concern is that running back room. We kind of already knew with Malik. He might be a go. Who knows? Who knows if he does suit up for Buffalo? But as of right now, he did not practice. So those three at the moment. As far as Buffalo's side, Josh Allen, he was a full participant, but not sure if anyone saw. He did injure his non-throwing hand, his left hand. So, of course, I mean, as a Dolphins fan, you're like, oh, it would be awesome if he didn't play. They played their backup. But I like the test. I want them to be at their full strength when we're at our full strength, because then you really get to test your team out. We do have to face them again, and who knows, maybe even a third time in the postseason. It's good to test the strengths. Iron sharpens iron. Buffalo has had our number a lot. This recent history. Miami's starting to creep back up. We stole one, what was it, last year or the year before, when it was last year when we went in Miami in the sun and won early. But enough with Josh Allen injury. We also see that Tyron Johnson did not practice because of forearm. Also, Smoot, defensive end, did not practice. Limited, we had Ty Johnson, the running back, as well as Javon Solomon, had an oblique. He was limited as well. Full practice was Quentin Morris, a tight end, as well as backup Mitchell Trubisky. It looks like he's dealing with a knee injury. So it looks like Buffalo is relatively healthy, minus a few did not practice. With Josh Allen, again, we'll monitor that situation, but it does sound like he's a full participant. He's ready to go for the short week. So as far as injury news, not too many cliffhangers that we need to keep an eye on besides, again, our side, Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. Will both of them play? Will one of them play? Again, I'm hoping both. We do need to pound the rock. That has been our weakness against Buffalo. We do air it out. Tyreek Hill, he's a number one Buffalo killer. Jalen Waddle, he likes to put up numbers as well. But it's can our defense lock them up? Right now, their wide receiver room not looking too strong. Dalton Kincaid, he actually didn't even have a decent game. I thought he would be their number one weapon this year. It didn't start off to be. So as far as this game right now, I am leaning towards Miami. Shocker. That was in my prediction video in the beginning of the year. But I think Miami will squeak out a close one, as we do. We never, I can't remember the last time we blew out Buffalo. That might have been the 90s back with Marino. But it's been a while since we've had Buffalo's number. They have had our number this recent history, as I mentioned. But I think Miami will lean on the heavy running game. Hopefully we have our running backs back. But I hope Jalen Wright and Jeff Wilson, we just pound the rock. I know I'm contradicting myself, saying how the interior offensive line is our weakness. But, of course, if we have more bulk than speed, then I would rather go inside with Devon Achane and Mostert. I'd rather go outside Of course, I'm thinking more logically with physics and speed, but I'm not the play caller. I'm not the head coach. I'm not the offensive coordinator. I'm a fan that likes to see Miami win and succeed. One thing is our screens. We got to slow down on the screens. I'm pretty sure I saw all but 10 passes were under 10 yards or under the behind the line of scrimmage, meaning we went short with everything, and a lot of those were behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of them were screen passes. Some effective, a lot were not effective. Of course, that Devon Achane screen, that was the big number. That was 39 yards. But we tried to do it with a little bit of everything. We tried to do it with Achane, Mostert, Hill, I think even Waddle. I know Waddle had one rush. So I think he had a screen as well. But I understand the concept of a screen. A screen is to set up the deep throw. A screen is to set up the run. A screen is just a diversion and us getting blockers in front at the right point of a weak part of the defense. So for those that are amateurs into football, a screen play is just when a person on the line of scrimmage or off the line of scrimmage will then drop back to catch a ball behind the line of scrimmage instead of going out for a route, catch the ball, and usually our offensive lineman or other wide receivers or someone will set it up to where they're blocking on that side of the field. I just think we used it too often. Yes, maybe that could be the concept that did open up that Tyreek Hill play, that did open up that Waddle play. So, again, I'm not the coach. This is just my opinion. If it's not working, I guess complain about it. So, with that, I think Miami will use the running game a little bit differently. I love when we use our motion, when Tyreek Hill will line up as a fullback or tight end and then go out in motion. I think we need to use Jonnu Smith a lot more. It's just he was able to get one pass, one catch, and that was it. Very, very quiet. Then again, I haven't looked at all the tape. I haven't gone through the feature 22, all 22. I will be going through that before the Bills game. I'm just kind of playing a little catch up with everything. Busy with work, busy with life. So, but again, on my lunch break, figure I come in and share some news. So with that, I'm going to lead into our defense. I think that our defense will have to play big. I think personnel-wise, I think Channing Tindall starts. I think Duke Riley, he was special teamer. I think we put in Channing Tindall. I know Duke Riley is a better special teamer, but I think Channing Tindall needs to be out there as a spy. A spy on Josh Allen, because Tindall does have that speed to kind of lock him down, go sideline to sideline. I think he's going to start. Storm Duck. So I saw an interview with Anthony Weaver. Actually, Barry Jackson released it. But with Anthony Weaver, he mentioned that Storm Duck has outplayed Ethan Bonner. I thought Ethan Bonner would start. He didn't start. He didn't play. He was inactive. It actually was Storm Duck. I like Storm Duck. It's a great story. It's a great name. I think that maybe he'll start again. As far as other personnel, Tanner Conner we didn't see too much of. Who knows if he'll be a healthy scratch. I think with our wide receiver room, with Malik Washington, I think we might activate Eazy-E over Roby Chosen. I just think Chosen was more of a decoy last game. Again, he got open at least one play I saw. But he was used as a decoy. And I just think that Eazy-E can be helped out in some end arounds. He can help out as a body in the red zone. He is a bigger body than Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. But of course they are the smaller guys in the league. But got that speed. With everything, I think Poyer is going to be facing his old team. I think we'll be asking to whisper into Poyer's ear, or have Poyer whisper into our ear about some concepts, some things that might rattle Josh Allen and give us a little bit more of an advantage. I think that we do come out on top. I'm not sure. Is Mike White still part of the Buffalo Bills? I know they signed him. Might be poaching him the same way that we're poaching through Poyer. But I think Poyer, I know I called it last week he would have his first interception with the Dolphins. He almost did. It went in his hands very early on in the game, and I was like, I called it. Almost happened. But I think he gets that pick this week. So defenses come out big. Javon Holland, who knows? Hopefully Phillips will play. Hopefully we'll see more of Chop Robinson. I know Mo Kamara, he was a healthy scratch. So surprising, but also not surprising. I know we got more bodies now with Emmanuel Agba coming back, who played great. He played phenomenal. So yeah, defense should be holding strong. Again, we're going to lean on the passing attack, but that running game, we need more out of it. We didn't get many rushing yards against the Jaguars, but I think maybe we can turn that around and do a little bit better this week. So with that, I am kind of running a little short on time. My predictions are I would take the over. I would take Miami with the spread with the -1.5. As far as stats, I'm going to quickly say Tua. Against Buffalo, he struggles. Sometimes he does have to air it out. I'm going to say 270 will be his passing yards. I say he gets 2 touchdowns this time, though. As far as rushing, that's hard because you don't know who's playing. If Achane and Moser play, I say they each get at least 50 yards rushing, and then each, not together, each, and then one of them will score a touchdown. But I hope if it's Jalen White and Jeff Wilson show, I hope that Jalen Wright goes off. I hope he uses this Thursday night showdown as his stage to show everybody what he can do. Because he's a bruiser as well as has some speed. So excited about that. But I think Jalen Wright, he'll have, if he's playing and starting, he'll have 75 yards and a touchdown. He's more of a runner than a catching back like Achane. But, receiving, Tyreek Hill, he'll probably go over 100. Jalen Waddle, I say 75. He probably won't reach the century mark again. But Jonnu Smith, I need you to get at least 50. Not that you're on my fantasy. I just want to see you do something. I think you're a big acquisition, and I think we can use you wisely against Buffalo. But, again, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe. Again, this is Phins Football Podcast. And I want to say thank you again, and Fins up, family.